Hey guys, this is an introduction to polar patterns in microphones, particularly two specific styles of polar patterns that you're going to see in a lot of microphones designed for home recording use. Those two polar patterns are what we call cardioid and omnipolar, or omnidirectional. We're first going to take a look at a couple of microphones that have a cardioid polar pattern to them. These two condenser microphones are just cheap, inexpensive MXL. Uh, the first one is a 550 and the second one is a 551. They're designed as a match set to use with vocals and instruments. Um, the microphone that I have in front of me is the MXL 550. It's a large diaphragm condenser microphone, and it is it's primarily used for vocals, but you can use it for acoustic instruments and that sort of thing as well. As you can hear, it's got a pretty good sound to it. I'm going to kind of rotate the microphone in my hand here so that you can hear how the sound changes as my voice travels through the polar pattern of the microphone. So as I rotate it, you'll start to hear the sound of my voice change. As I get to about 90 degrees, that's where the kind of the lobe of the polar pattern begins to drop off, and you can hear my voice really drop off once I reach there. As I get to the rear of the microphone, you can hear that's got a really interesting sound to it. It's kind of phasey to me. As I get back around to the front of it, on the other side, again, you can sort of hear where the sound really drops off at that lobe. And then as I hit about 85 or 80 degrees or so, you can hear the sound pick back up and become clear again as I talk directly into that sweet spot of the polar pattern. I'm also going to talk into it from the top so that you can hear how that sounds. Because remember, a polar pattern is not just a one plane thing. It's all around the microphone. So there you will pick up some sound from the top, and some people use condenser microphones in this configuration. It sounds different. It doesn't necessarily sound too bad, but you're always going to get the most clarity and the most amount of detail if you speak right into the sweet spot of that polar pattern. This next microphone that I'm going to pick up here in just a second. This is another condenser microphone. Again, this is the MXL 551. As you can see, it's got a different design to it, but as far as I can tell, it has the same exact condenser diaphragm. So you're gonna get a very similar sound quality to it, but the sound itself is going to be a little different given the fact that it's placed in a different place in the body of the microphone, and it's got a different shape to the microphone. So the polar pattern is going to be different. Again, it's cardioid, so as you can see, as I turn it and speak off axis, you can still hear it until you get to about right here, and then it drops off pretty badly. From the back, there's almost no sound at all. I probably am having to speak really loudly in order for you to hear me. And as I turn it back around, you'll notice that the sound comes back, and when I speak directly into it, then it's clear again. All right, so let me pick up this last microphone. Okay, this last microphone is a special type of condenser microphone. This is called an electret measurement microphone. It is a condenser microphone, but it uses a slightly different technology. The way the diaphragm is powered is slightly different. These microphones are primarily used for room and loudspeaker measurement, although you can use it for recording audio And as you can see, it works pretty well for that. This is an omnidirectional or an omnipolar microphone. So I can, unlike the other one that had a very similar shape to it, it's a long, skinny pencil type microphone. I can turn this microphone all the way around and still get a fair amount of sound, even from behind. I'm basically speaking directly into the back of the microphone at this point, and you're still picking up a good bit of sound. Of course, it's not nearly as much as you'll get from the front, but it is a good bit. This is a true omnidirectional microphone. You'll get sound from all around this microphone. As you can see, I can turn it all over the place, and you can still pick up a good bit of sound. These microphones are primarily used for room type applications, so if you wanted to record the sound of a room, or if you want to record the sound of an instrument from a long way away, this would be a good microphone to use for that. It is omnidirectional, so it's not going to filter out a lot of extraneous noise. It's going to pick up everything. So this has been an introduction to polar patterns of microphones. My name is Burton Moggins. I am from Ackworth, Georgia, and I look forward to making a few more of these videos. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.